Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a story that's as ancient as the mountains themselves. A tale whispered through generations, and one that reminds us of both the fragility and resilience of life. Get ready to journey with me into the cave that breathed smoke. A tribe's final night before the earth swallowed. It's a powerful narrative, not just of loss, but of connection, courage, and the indelible mark we leave on the world. Imagine a time long, long ago, before cities touched the sky, when humanity lived intimately with the earth. Our story begins with the Sunstone tribe, a vibrant community nestled in a valley of towering peaks and rushing rivers. For countless seasons, their lives were a symphony of hunting, gathering, and crafting, all guided by the wisdom of their elders and the spirits of their ancestors. Their home, their heart, was a magnificent cave known throughout the valley as the Whispering Moor. It wasn't just a shelter. It was a sanctuary, a place of warmth and stories where the tribe gathered around the hearth, sharing dreams and teaching the young ones. But the Whispering Moor had a secret, a deep, rumbling heart that the tribe had learned to respect. For generations, it had simply been the cave's breath, a gentle exhalation of warm air that kept their home cozy through icy winters. They called it the breath of the mountain, a comforting presence. However, as the final harvest moon began its slow ascent, something shifted. The breath grew heavier, thicker, and began to carry a strange, acrid scent. The familiar warmth started to feel less like a gentle embrace and more like a feverish grip. Small plumes of smoke, faint at first, began to curl from the deepest crevices within the cave. The Whispering Moor was beginning to live up to its ominous nickname in a way no one had anticipated. The elders, with their faces etched by countless seasons, watched with growing concern. They consulted the star maps, read the omens in the flight of birds, and listened intently to the earth's subtle tremors. The signs were unsettling. The ground beneath their feet felt restless, almost alive. The animals, usually calm and predictable, were agitated, their calls echoing with an unusual urgency. A sense of unease, like a cold shadow, began to creep through the usually cheerful village. The children, usually full of boisterous laughter, huddled closer to their parents, sensing the unspoken tension in the air. As the sun dipped below the horizon on what would be their last night in the valley, the cave truly began to breathe smoke, not just wisps, but a steady, growing flow that painted the twilight sky in hues of red and orange, reflecting the inferno brewing deep beneath the earth. The air became thick, hard to breathe. The familiar rumbling transformed into a deep, guttural growl that vibrated through the very bones of the mountain. Panic began to stir in the hearts of the younger tribe members, but the elders, with a serene determination, called for a gathering. This wasn't a night for despair, they declared. This was a night for unity. They gathered all the tribe members, from the youngest infant swaddled in furs to the oldest, wisest elder, into the main chamber of the Whispering Moor. The smoke swirled around them, but a different kind of warmth filled the space. The warmth of shared history, mutual love, and unwavering spirit. Stories were told, not of fear, but of their ancestors' triumphs, of bountiful harvests, and of the strength that flowed in their veins. Songs, ancient and melodic, filled the smoke-filled air, carrying messages of hope and remembrance. They shared their final meal together, not in silence, but with heartfelt conversation, laughter, and even tears of gratitude for the life they had shared. Young warriors pledged to protect the vulnerable. Mothers held their children tighter, their eyes filled with both love and a quiet strength. The elders, their voices calm and steady, reminded everyone that their spirit, their heritage, was not bound to this cave or this valley. It was carried within each of them, a flame that could never be extinguished. They spoke of new beginnings, of finding a new home, and of carrying the legacy of the Sunstone tribe forward. As the earth's tremors grew more violent, and the cave truly began to groan, a crucial decision was made. They would leave, not in disarray, but with dignity and purpose. Led by the strongest and wisest, they began their exodus. The children were carried, the elderly supported, and each person carried a small token of their home. A carved stone, a woven basket, a handful of soil. They moved as one, a single, determined entity. Their faces illuminated by the eerie glow of the smoke-filled cave mouth they were leaving behind. The mountain was indeed swallowing their home, but it would not swallow their spirit. They walked through the night, guided by the flickering light of the rising moon and the shared courage in their hearts. They left behind the echoes of their laughter and the warmth of their hearth, but they carried with them something far more precious, the unbreakable bonds of their community and the wisdom of their ancestors. Their journey would be long and arduous, but as the first rays of dawn touched the distant peaks, illuminating their path to a new, unknown land, they knew they would endure. They would build anew, carry their traditions, and tell the story of the cave that breathed smoke, not as a tragedy, but as a testament to their incredible strength and unity. This story, though ancient, carries a powerful message for us today. It reminds us that even in the face of monumental challenges, our collective human spirit, our ability to connect, to support each other, and to find hope in new beginnings is truly remarkable. It's about remembering where we come from, honoring our history, and facing the future with courage, together. What did you think of the Sunstone Tribe story? Have you ever heard tales of ancient resilience from your own culture? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe for more captivating stories, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.